want to talk about, again, it's very important, especially when it comes to guard passing, that we really make that distinction between sports jiu-jitsu and MMA or street fighting passing. Because there's a significant difference. The main one being that guys aren't generally going to be able to just hover over someone in MMA. Because guys don't stay on their backs in MMA. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like the minute that I do like a lot of these standing passes, if you do that against a high level MMA guy, boom, they're on their feet immediately. Right? Whereas sport jiu-jitsu guys, they'll sit there, they're quite happy to sit there and wait and play the game. Right? Which is fun as well, but just it's not the same. So when we do like a standing pass in MMA, we gotta make sure that we're crowding the person. Because this kind of shit right here, where he's just shooting on his butt and we're playing little handsies here, trying to get an inside step, that just doesn't happen in fighting. That only happens in jiu-jitsu, right? That's the only place where that'll happen in sport jiu-jitsu. For that exact thing, right? If a guy's standing here, boom! Right? We're never gonna be playing handsies here, okay? So if I do a standing pass, it's going to be like, right, where I'm keeping him flat, we're hitting, right, I step, and then boom, I'm here, right? I'm like this. He's trying to up kick me in the face, and I'm trying not to get knocked out as I try to like crowd him here, okay? So with that knowledge in our head, we've got to make some adjustments that you probably have, especially if you've trained at only sport jiu-jitsu schools. There's some adjustments that you have to make if we want to use this effectively in fighting. The number one thing is you've got to come on top of the ankles and shins. This is the smallest detail that'll get you knocked out. If I just grab him like this, he's gonna boom. Right? Watch Renzo Gracie, Oleg Tektarov fight back in the 90s or early 2000s. Oleg Tektarov like this, boom, got knocked out cold. I've got to come on top. Here, I've got to come here so that I'm not getting kicked in the face. It seems like such a small thing. Here versus here is the difference between getting knocked out or not, right? It's really important. So we're here, my head's out of the way, I come on top. Okay. So that's a big thing. So I don't want to ever see anybody grab from underneath. It's fine for sport jiu-jitsu, it'll get you knocked the fuck out in MMA. Okay, so on top. Now, from here, I'm right from this position, I've already got a knee in, let's leg drag to that knee. So from my left, I'm gonna pass it through, drive in, like right to the floor. If my knee has not connected to the floor and anchored, he's gonna be able to move me, right? Exactly. So I drive it till it's connected. So my foot is on the floor, my knee is on the floor, and my weight, my hips and stomach are down. Okay? So as I'm hitting, he's got only a couple choices. One is he's going to give up his back, or two is he's going to frame here. Both of which are going to be good for me. Okay, so let's do this one more time. We hover in, on top, pass it through, right to the knee here, and just get low. Okay, that's our next drill, all right? Break. So the easiest one, you guys have probably already felt it, is we just go to the back. We just pass. So we're here, right? Hovering. Oh, one thing I noticed, never let a guy's feet connect here, right? Well, let's be here with this, right? Here, he can go De La Hiva, right? And he can do all kinds of stuff that I'm not gonna be thrilled with. So I like to be out here a bit, right? So I come through to here. Now, let's not forget the obvious. From in this position, my right hand's gonna follow my leg to the floor, into a cradle, to the back, okay? That's it, we're just going to that cradle. So again, I'm here, boom, drive it to the floor, cradle, okay? This cradle I can use to really zap some of his energy, or I can just let it go and keep side control, or set him up with whatever I kind of want to do down the line here. So for right now, let's just get you there and pass to the back. Keep the cradle, just so you know where it is. It's a strong hold. And again, if I've got a good cradle, especially if I feel him fight. If he's not fighting, I'm gonna move on. But if I feel him really trying to expand and try to get out of there, I'm gonna hold it because his energy is going boom. It's a very bad use of his energy to fight that cradle. Okay, so let's go to the cradle. Moving along the chain of reacting to their reaction. Right, and if you're new to jiu-jitsu, what eventually is so addictive about jiu-jitsu is that it really is, it's physical chess. So everything that I do to him, he's gonna respond to it. And I'm gonna have a counter to that response, okay? If I'm doing my job. So, same thing. Boom, 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 I hover, pass through to here. Now, this is a great position for MMA because I can hammer. This is almost like a knee ride, right? So it's that same level of posture where I can like full boom, boom, boom. Like I can hit him with a lot of stuff here. And he's gonna have to react or he's gonna get knocked out. So that's the nice thing again. When you add strikes to your jiu-jitsu, you can really force reactions that aren't normally there if you're doing just straight sport grappling. So one of the biggest things when you hit somebody in jiu-jitsu or in MMA or on the street is they turn away from the strikes, right? Very common. So in this case, whether we want to set up with hits or not, doesn't matter. He's gonna roll away from us. I keep, it's really important, my shin stays pinned to the floor. Okay, so as he rolls, I do not want him rolling for a leg lock here. That's really important. If my leg, exactly, my leg is left between his legs, and if he's a leg lock guy, he can roll for something, all right? But me pinning that calf to the floor negates a lot of that. Right from there, right from here, slip in my hook, boom. Right to the back, it's over. You'll notice I did not pull him to the back. Now let me show you the difference. Once we get through here, if this is sport jiu-jitsu, I don't care whether I'm belly down or if I'm facing the ceiling. It doesn't matter to me too much because I'm gonna be going for arm locks and chokes primarily. But with striking, I always want to stay on top and I want him belly down. If I get this guy flattened out, belly down, it's a fucking wrap, right? So I did not do this. This is what you'll see a lot of guys do. He turns, I get my hook in, and then pull to here. There's nothing wrong with that, but I can't do shit with my strikes now. It's just like noogies, right? And if I don't get it, if he spins, I just got a horrible, not a good trade-off, right? So for me, I take that little bit of effort to keep him belly down, right? So I drag him, he starts to turn, keep it here, hook, hook, and I keep him belly down. Because look, if the choke's not there, boom, boom.
Do you slide his legs out?
Yeah, so if he's on his knees, I'm gonna hook underneath, and I'm gonna collapse his wrist in and flatten him, okay? If this was on, like if I got attacked on the street, then I'm coming here. Right? Homie, don't play! All right? So let's go, take the back, belly down. So, if I get to the back, okay, we got the lion's kill, the rear naked choke. So we got the harness, imagine flattened him out, right? Let's just imagine that we're belly down right now. This is gonna come up, and then right here. But don't just like look around, right? Get your head buried in there too. He's gonna be clawing at you and shit right here. Right, I'm gonna squeeze him out. Okay? If I can't get this behind, right, which happens, I'm gonna anchor here and anchor behind his back. Okay? And from here, I just squeeze it up there. I'm using my head, right? My head is taking the place of my hand. Okay? If I want to be a son of a bitch, which you guys probably know I do, I can go short choke here. So instead of here, I'm going to anchor it here. And then watch, I bring my elbow across this way. That was Russian. In case you wonder, that was Russian. Right? Now here's the difference between those two chokes. The deep one, blood choke. The short one is a nasty ass air choke. So you're gagging, you feel like your Adam's apple is getting punched back to your vertebrae, and life sucks. The blood choke tends to be a faster choke because it's stopping blood flow right at the source, getting oxygen to the brain. The air choke stops the oxygen source further down the circulatory system, right? You're stopping air from getting to the lungs, the blood swings to get the oxygen, there's no oxygen, right? But when I stop this, it's oxygenated blood, but I'm just stopping from getting to the head, right? That's the main difference between the two, okay? So, obviously, and you guys will, I'm sure, be able to tell this very soon yourselves, the air chokes tend to be a lot nastier, so for in the dojo, you get a quicker tap. But if we want to put somebody to sleep, both are going to work just fine, all right? Just depending on how deep you go, all right? Play with those 3 chokes real quick.